What's up, survivalist? Jason here. Today I'm going to be going out here behind my house into the woods to forage some wild edibles and possibly even some herbs or mushrooms that I find out here. Recently I did a video showing off my whole wilderness harvesting kit. I'll leave a link in the description down below to that video so you can go check it out and see what I carry for out here. The only thing it's missing is some type of digging trowel. So I've had two of them break on me. It was like a Fisker's ones and one of those Coleman ones, really cheap, all that type of stuff. So leave your recommendations down below in the comments section of any good digging trowels or some type of foraging type of digging tool that would help me out for out here in wilderness, because this soil is pretty hard and rocky. So let's go around and find some wild edibles, herbs, and mushrooms. First thing, really easy to identify out here and has quite the abundance, is Mullen. You can see that it's starting to get into its second stage. It's starting to stalk up. The leaves are still good. So you can see pretty long, fluffy leaves. And this is good for respiratory, and I've heard that it can have like a anti-inflammatory type of benefit to it too. And plus, you can use it as toilet paper. So I like to collect some of this, dry it out. You can put it in tinctures, or so some people can smoke it. And I've heard that before. So I'm gonna collect some of these and then get on my way. All right, next thing. Found some prairie onions. So let's dig down a bit. This is where a digging trowel would be helpful. There we go. See right there. Purple flowers, really onion-like. And they have slumped over. See, it kind of went that way and then kind of spread out like an umbrella right there. Then at the leaves, see the distinct kind of U shape. It almost looks like a red onion. And kind of break it up. Squeeze it between your fingers. And smell it, and it should smell like onion. If it doesn't, it could be like a look-alike. And definitely don't want that, because there are a lot of deadly look-alikes, especially like in the Mullen family. But nice little snack right there. And you can get them in abundance. I've seen it before, especially, oh, see some more down over there. Alright, looks like we got ourselves some yarrow. This is a very beneficial plant right here. You can identify it through the cluster of white, sometimes yellow, purplish red tiny flowers on top. The fern-like leaves that alternate down the stalk. And like the first part of the plant, you do see it kind of growing like this. So a bunch of ferns on the ground. And you can tell there's just abundance right here. Not just the ones that have the flowers on it. So you can really take the flower, the whole stem and leaves, hang it upside down, dry it that way, and it's really great for fevers, like tooth or throat aches, internal and external bleeding, and then it's just an all-around awesome plant to have around. You can dry it up, put in teas, tinctures. Some people smoke it, so really cool plant to have around. And as you can see, it's just abundance. And there's some that actually just grow around my garden beds. And there's actually one in my garden bed that has a big giant cluster. So really awesome to see this plant around me, and really beneficial to have out here. All right, so I'm looking for this. We've got some thistle. Not quite sure on the variety, but heard you can use the root for some beneficial stuff. Bit of the root right there. I haven't really read up too much on thistle, but I'm gonna look up in my book and see what it's good for. Take a look. Edible wild plants. Thomas Edis and Peter Dykman. Go purple section. There's bull thistle, so there's a good chance it is just bull thistle. So you can see right there. Find it in meadows, fields, roadsides. And harvest, dig roots, first year growth, without thistle. Thistles without stems, dig roots. So that's when you're supposed to dig it out then. Preparation, peel young stems and remove spines from leaves before using raw salad. So, seems like good before all that kind of comes up. So I do see some of that I could possibly use, but I'm going to do it once I get a good type of digging tool. This is where I usually find a lot of my wild edibles, right in the middle of the creek. But because of monsoon season, a bunch of water is coming down through it. And it's got even higher than this. And here's a video of what it was before. So I'm going to go along the edge up here. If there happens to be a good spot to cross, because I know there is another spot of like really good currants, wax currant berries, and hopefully you can collect some of that. I haven't found any on this side, but I know it's on the other side. Of course, it has to be on the other side, right? But in the meantime, let's see what I can find. Whew. Immediately see some grape. But of course, no fruit. Plant. And also you can see how high water has gone to all the debris inside the tree. And this is the reason why the last video was cut short, because I didn't want to be caught in any of this when I'm looking for wild edibles. But only thing is, trying to look for wild edibles in this type of area, because a lot of the stuff is washed out. So I'm not quite sure how much I'll find out here. At least that's a great sight right there, and sound. It is awesome. here's something. Technically, this is a wild edible. Got ourselves a worm. Just drowning out in the water. Or taking a bath, I don't know. Let's get this guy back up there. Even though we're through it, the water still reaches. Saw this out when I was scouting the last video. I thought it was some type of mint, but when I crush it up and smell it, I don't smell mint at all. So I was looking up online and I found like a plant identifier, uploaded the picture of this, and it's saying that this is Skullcap. And I heard a lot of people use it for like a tobacco alternative or any type of drug alternative because it's good for like withdrawal and stuff like that. But also good for headaches, muscle spasms, anti-anxiety. So I know that with my tendonitis that I got from a recent job, it might help with some muscle spasms, or anybody that has a certain withdrawal, I could give them that certain tincture of that. And being out here in the wilderness, if you happen to have a withdrawal, if you happen to find this stuff, you can definitely use it over there. So it's a nice alternative right there. Turn into tincture. Some people smoke it. So nice little find right here. Big abundance actually. There's like a lot around here, and I heard they are perennials, so it'll come back each year. One more. Might give me like a quarter cup or half cup. I'm drying it out. Just hang it up. Should be good right there. So this is Usnea, also known as old man beard. I usually find it on like low-hanging branches, sometimes just climbing up pine trees and all that type of stuff. And you could easily just dry this out and use it in tinctures. And it's good for memory, pain relief, any flu, cold, sinus type of stuff. And I only recently found out about this stuff because I always seen it around. Only use I knew about it was probably use it as a fire tender. But I found out more about it. It's really cool that I read up on it. And there's like an abundance of this stuff around. So it's gonna go ahead and harvest some more of this. Go ahead, use one of these bags, keep all my stuff separate, set it here so it doesn't mix her up. And that's why to separate herbs. Not gonna see anymore. I'll get a bag right for it. Keep this pouch organized. Well, 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 as I live and breathe. Got ourselves a wax currant bush. On this side that is actually fruiting. Right there. These are awesome. Well, I've taken a liking to them. I did a video, I don't know, probably 3-4 years ago. First taste testing this. I wasn't a big fan of the texture, but I've kind of learned to get over the texture and kind of learned to appreciate it. Here's a close-up of it. The leaves, almost 3-lobed, toothed, have little hairs, kind of look speckled. Other side is a little bit lighter color. Really interesting. The fruit. Tiny little hairs, or glockets, whatever you want to call them. The flower usually dies off and stays on there. I usually just pick it off. Just eat it just like that. It's not quite a bit on this one branch. I don't normally see it on this side of the creek, but it's a nice little snack. Just chowing down on these. Alright, I think I found what I could find out here. The storm's closing in. I'm running out of battery on my phone. So let's go ahead, go over what we found today. First off, those wax currant berries. Really excited to see them on this side of the creek. Got some skullcap. Got some Mullen mixed in with a little bit of Yarrow right there. And then got these perry onions. Oh yeah. So small haul. Oh yeah, I guess wait. Got one more thing right here. Got the usnea, old man's beard. So that's another thing off the list. But I think I wish I found some of the wild onions rather than these perry onions, because I did find them before. I usually find them in the creek bed, but of course they're washed out right now. So I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I want to thank you all for watching. See you in the next one.